If I take you out, spend money on you, you have got to know that I'm expecting something in return.
If I accept your invitation to go out on a date, it does not mean that I consent to you touching me or forcing me to touch you.
If you saw the way she was dressed at that party, well, then you know where I was coming from. I mean, her skirt up to here, shirt up to here. Her whole body was screaming, "Come and get it."
If I dress provocatively, that's my choice. Saying that the way I look is responsible for you raping me is like saying that it's your neighbor's fault that you robbed him because he wore a nice watch. Either way, you've just committed a crime.
All women say no initially, but that's the social no. That's the no that women have to say in order to play a game, in order not to look like a slut. I mean, once you get it going, the no's turn to yeses.
When I say no, I'm not secretly thinking yes. I'm a woman, and I'm very clear on what I want and what I don't want. So if I say no, you need to read that message verbatim.
Yes, she was drinking. We all were. She wasn't passed out. I mean, she even woke up a few times besides. All I did was touch her.
An excuse is not consent.
She never resisted. She never said no. She let all of us do whatever we wanted. I don't think she let us because she was scared. I think she actually enjoyed it.
Did she consent? Or is that your excuse?
She came on to me first. I mean, you can't take me right up to the edge and then slam the brakes on. I can't function that way. Men have needs.
Did she consent?
She told me she was 18.
Or is that your excuse?
We had sex before.
Excuse or consent?
It's time to act.
It's time to understand that the same socialization that encourages and rewards men and boys to control women, places them in narrowly defined roles and objectifies them, can lead to rape.
Counter to widespread stranger rape myths, in the vast majority of rapes, 80 to 90%, the victim and the assailant know each other.
We are your former and current wives and intimates. We are your mothers, your sisters, your daughters.
They are our co-workers, fellow students, our teachers.
It's time to act like our fathers, our brothers, our relatives, our friends.
It's time to act like the men, the women in our lives can trust.
The final form of violence against women that we want to examine today is physical assault.
According to a survey conducted by the National Institute of Justice, about 1/3 of women said that they've been physically assaulted since the age of 18.
Of those assaults, only 10% were perpetrated by a stranger. The rest were at the hands of an intimate partner, relative, or acquaintance. 92% of all of these assaults were made by men.
Nearly 40% of these victims reported a serious injury that then required medical attention.
Here in Outagamie, Calumet, Winnebago, Green Lake counties, 25 women have been murdered by their husbands or boyfriends since 1990.
According to a recent youth risk behavior survey, approximately 10% of students nationwide reported being the victim of physical violence at the hands of someone that they were dating during the previous year.
Roughly half of these physical assaults occurred while somebody, friends, stood by.